Hey everyone, it's Joy here for Honeybee Stamps. I made a cute birthday card today using the Bicycle Builder die along with the Writing by stamp set. Now this is going to be a 5x7 card because I needed to add some balloons to this cute Bicycle Builder die. So there's the die, and then here is the Writing by stamp set along with its coordinating die. So those are the two we're going to be using along with a couple other dies. So I want to stamp my images onto some Copic friendly cardstock. So I'm just using some Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock, and I'm stamping it with Honeybee Stamps Intense Black ink. I've got the balloons, some balloon strings, and the wrapped presents that are going to go inside of the basket from the Bicycle Builder. Now there's also a basket you could stamp in the stamp set, but I decided to go with the die from the die set. So I've got some Copic markers. I'm using YR00, 02, and 04 for this kind of corally orange, and then Y00, 02, and 08 for yellow, and then BG10, 11, and 13 for the teal color. And I kept this a pretty tight color scheme, but it feels, I don't know, it just feels kind of fun and relaxed and birthday-like. So the presents and the balloons will be the same colors. I've got three, it looks like I've got 3 presents and 3 balloons, so that's what I'm going to go with. I originally started by coloring with 2 color combinations, and I decided to bring in a darker yellow and orange because it just, I don't know, I didn't feel like I had enough shadow area on my images. So I'm going to color these and then I'm going to bring in more. So I'm coming in with that YR04 right here and then just kind of blending everything out, and I felt like that just looked a little bit better. And then the Y08 I'm bringing in for the yellow, which to me added just a better darker shadow. So I'm just going to finish coloring these images. I've just got that turquoise, and again that's the BG10, 11, and 13 for the other present in the basket and this balloon. Now normally I would add some white gel pen to add highlights to the balloons, but I'm actually going to come in with some Glossy Accents at the end to add that to the balloons and to the bicycle, and I love how it turned out. Super, super cute. I haven't used Glossy Accents in forever. I think I kind of forgot about it, even though it's sitting on my desk and I'm looking at it. I just haven't used it, so I definitely used it on this project. Okay, so here are the coordinating dies. I'm just going to tape those in place with some low tack tape and then just run that through my die cut machine. And I love that Honeybee Stamps even has dies for the balloon strings, which makes me such a happy girl because sometimes you don't get that and then it's kind of hard to use the balloons. Okay, so here's that Bicycle Builder. So I'm gluing on the handlebars. I die cut from a silver cardstock. The body is cut from like a lagoon cardstock, a teal cardstock. Then I've got the black handlebar or the handle pieces on the handlebars. So I'm going to adhere those. There is a black ring for the spokes, which I die cut from silver cardstock. And then I almost forgot to glue on the actual tire, which I die cut from black cardstock, and that just adheres around. This is a super simple die to put together. And then a little bit of glue in that center and just adhere the bike to the wheel. Now this is the Barnwood Planks die. Now I have a piece of just thin lined paper that is A2 sized. I die cut the Barnwood Planks from white cardstock, and so it die cuts it and embosses it with all of this beautiful wood grain. The reason why I'm adhering it to thin paper is because I'm going to die cut this again. So if I adhered this to another thick cardstock, it would be a lot harder to die or to die cut. So I am adhering it to just some regular like paper that you write on. So now that I have that all adhered down, I'm going to use the scalloped A2 card frames. I'm using the second largest one, and I'm going to die cut that. Tape that in place, making sure it's just lined up straight. I don't want crooked, wonky wood planks. Now I will adhere the presents inside of the die cut basket, which I cut from like a coral cardstock. And then I use the largest scalloped A2 card frame and die cut that from a turquoise cardstock. And I decided as I was making this that I needed a 5x7 card frame because on an A2 card frame, the balloons were not going to fit, and I just really wanted the balloons on here. I really wanted it to feel like a birthday card. So I have a 5x7 white card base. I adhered the frames to the center of that, adhered that bicycle, popped up the basket with a little bit of foam tape, and then now I can add these balloons where it actually looks like they're flying away. Otherwise they were going to look like they were sitting in the basket, and it just wasn't going to be a cute look. So some foam tape behind these. I'm going to adhere these down, and then I'll bring in the strings and kind of tuck them behind the basket using the reverse tweezers and just kind of sliding it underneath that basket there, and it worked out perfect. This is such a great die. I think this is such a fun, just the front half of a bicycle. I just think it's such a fun, cute die, and I kind of forget that I have it in my stash and that I need to use it. So I'm going to add that last little string and kind of push that other one under, and then you've got this look as if they are hooked to your basket and you've got your basket full of presents. Now I'm going to use the sentiment from the Writing by stamp set, and it says happy birthday, and it has a coordinating die, and I'm just inking that up with some turquoise ink because I wanted it to match the bike and the background cardstock. So I will use the coordinating die to die cut this out, and then we can pop this on to the card. Now, like I said before, I'm going to add some glossy accents to the bike and the balloon, and it really, I don't know, it really kind of elevated both images, which I'm in love with. So I'm going to add a little bit of foam tape behind the sentiment and put it down at the bottom left, kind of covering up that tire. So it kind of just draws your eye across this whole card because it's a 5x7, so it's so big. Cute, cute. Okay, let's bring in the glossy accents. And it just goes so easy. I'm just going to fill in each one of these balloons and let this dry. Now, like I said before, I usually add white highlight marks to my images, but if you want to do that, do not do it underneath your glossy accents. Otherwise, it's not going to show up. Once your glossy accents is completely dry, you can absolutely come back in with a white gel pen and add some highlights to your card, which I will do. It doesn't show in the pictures because it still wasn't quite dry yet, but I will do that after it's done. So I'm just going to add that to the bike frame, use a little bit of a pen to pop any bubbles that I have, and I decided that that basket needed to be elevated just a little bit, so I did come in with a white gel pen, adding some highlights to the presents, making sure to not put my hand in any of the glossy accents. And then I'm just lightly taking my white gel pen to the embossed images on that die cut basket, and watch, you just saw how that just came to life. And then a few highlights on the tire. And then this card is completely finished. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I had so much fun making it, and I think it's a great, great birthday card. So again, this is the Bicycle Builder. I have everything listed and linked below for you. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching, and I hope that you feel inspired by this project, and I will be back with another video, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.